Hello, hello, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of February 2nd, 2025. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from a very snowy and beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And congrats, everyone! We made it through January, but now what? Well, we've talked before about this year, especially the first half of the year, being full of change. This started last month with the shift of the nodes of fate, and we had another huge shift last week on Thursday when Uranus, who had been retrograde since September, went direct. Now, Uranus going direct was a game changer. It rocked our foundation. It sped up the change, and it threw in some unexpected twists and turns. It completely reshaped us and pushed us onto a new timeline. Like, no kidding, right? But before we talk about even more changes happening this week, let's start with February's numerology. Now, we calculate the numerology for February by adding together the digits of the month and the year. February is the second month of the year, so we add 2 for February and 9 because 2025 is a 9 year, and these total 11. 11 is a master number, and since it's a master number, we typically don't reduce it down any further. The number 11 represents intuition, spiritual insight, and enlightenment. This month is about spiritual growth and awakening. The number 11 is often called the spiritual messenger and brings downloads and insights. And the energy of 11 also amplifies our psychic abilities. Your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, and your intuitive downloads might be extra strong right now. You could be having vivid dreams, premonitions, or feel a deeper connection to your higher self and your guides. So pay close attention to your dreams, signs, and synchronicities. The universe is definitely trying to tell us something, especially that we are not alone, that we are fully supported with help from the spirit realm. And this is the energy we need right now. As we step into this new era of spiritual growth, it's all about trusting our gut and following our intuition. Instead of overthinking everything, lean into those little inner nudges. They're guiding you in the right direction. February is a spiritual month, making it the perfect time to lock in your spiritual practices, so you stay grounded, balanced, and in your power. So get back to whatever keeps you centered. That could be meditating, journaling, getting outside, reading, whatever works for you. The energy this year is only getting stronger, and February is about prepping for it by nailing your spiritual routine. Now, this month begins with Jupiter stationing direct in Gemini on Tuesday the 4th. Jupiter has been retrograde since October, and when it goes direct again, we get some forward momentum. Gemini is not the most comfortable place for Jupiter to be. Jupiter wants to expand and grow. It wants to look at the bigger picture. But Gemini wants to know all about the details. Gemini is that curious kid that keeps asking why for the 10th time. And the adult version of why is what the fuck. And I feel like I ask myself this all day long. What the F is happening? Remember that Jupiter makes everything bigger. It expands everything. And with it now full speed ahead in Gemini, the WTFs will be expanding. If we combine Jupiter's expansive energy with Uranus shaking our foundation and bringing unexpected events, it could feel like we are on a different planet. It's surreal. And we're all feeling it. It's not just you. This Jupiter and Gemini cycle is all about the power of knowledge. Staying informed helps us solve problems, and it makes us feel more empowered. And this is a time to stay aware of what's happening in the world. I hear from a lot of my clients, especially those who are empaths, that watching the news is just too upsetting. And I get it, but you gotta pay attention to what's going on. So figure out a way to stay informed that also allows you to stay in balance. Maybe you get the news highlights on your phone or you read the news instead of watching it. You will feel the best in this energy when you're in the know. Now, some good news. As Jupiter goes direct again, communications, marketing, or social media projects that have been trying to get off the ground finally begin to move forward. Jupiter is also the bringer of gifts, so we can expect some lovely surprises and opportunities coming our way. Also on Tuesday the 4th, Venus moves into Aries. Now, Venus and Aries will be our theme for the coming months, and we're likely to feel this energy mostly around matters of the heart. So Venus is the first sign of the zodiac, and it also governs the first house. And this is the place where everything begins, especially relationships. So Venus in Aries brings fast-moving, exciting, and unexpected new romantic relationships. So if you're single, we're talking new relationships that start with instant chemistry. This is meet someone Friday night and get married on Sunday in Vegas energy. And if you're partnered, relationships get reignited with some passion and fun. I do want to point out, though, I want you to be mindful that Aries energy can be impulsive. So relationships started under this transit can burn hot and fast. So you meet on Friday, you get married on Sunday, and then maybe divorced on Monday. Now, they may not last forever, but goddamn, it'll be fun while it lasts. So just like Jupiter doesn't like being in Gemini, Venus doesn't like being in Aries. It's an uncomfortable placement, and we're uncomfortable. We might feel restless, impulsive, or just straight up unsure about what's going on in our lives, especially in love, relationships, and finances. It's like we've lost our usual sense of flow and ease, and that can really throw us off. So when Venus, the planet of money and abundance, is in Aries and an impatient, fiery sign, it can make us reactive with our spending and our financial decisions. We might feel the urge to make impulsive purchases, take some financial risks without thinking them through, or on the flip side, totally freeze up and start stressing about money. Scarcity mindset can creep in, making us doubt our financial security or even feel like we're not doing enough. And so that feeling like we're not doing enough makes us feel like we got to hustle harder to make things happen, which then leads to burnout if we're not careful. But we don't have the luxury of burnout right now. We need to be on our game and in our power. So we can also use this Venus and Aries energy to be bold and take action, but with intention rather than panic, especially when it comes to our money. So I'm taking advantage of this energy to intentionally step into my power and attract more money instead of slipping into scarcity. Now, my shift from fear and scarcity to abundance class started last week, but if you feel like you need it right now, just email me and I can still get you signed up. But here's the good news. My next class that focuses specifically on manifesting money starts next Monday on the 10th. The Money Manifesting Mondays class, say that 3 times fast, is 5 weeks long and it focuses on attracting and manifesting money. And it's fun. I think we sometimes forget that attracting and making money can be fun. So we can use this Venus and Aries energy to step into our power instead of slipping into scarcity. Because once you're in scarcity, it's sometimes hard to get out. And this week, with the tariffs and the uncertainty of losing jobs and increasing prices, we could find ourselves going there. I mean, we're human. So whether you take the class or not, it's important to not allow your power to slip. Remember, you determine your power. You're in charge of how you feel, not the price of eggs. So the class is 5 weeks and it's only $150. I taught the class a couple years ago and charged $222. So it's lower now so that more people can access it. And if you're an annual pass holder or you signed up for the Shift from Fear and Scarcity to Abundance class, it's half price. So there is a link in the show notes to register or go to abundology.com. And once again, if you're interested in still getting into that Shift to Abundance class, just email me and I'll get you signed up. So this is the reminder that we got this. This is our year to step into our power. Our spiritual power, our individual power, and our collective power. Right now, it could feel like our power is being taken away. So instead, let's use this time to recognize how powerful we are and how powerful we have been all along. So as always, thank you for listening and sharing the podcast with a friend. It's snowing here and it's expected to snow all week. I mean, we're talking like feet of snow. So I am headed to the grocery store to stock up and then hunker down. So February brings a much lighter, brighter energy than January. And by the end of the month, we feel more energized and ready to take on all the changes this year has in store. I mean, it's a good month. So happy Groundhog Day. Have an amazing week, and I will catch you again next week.